Hey you guys, DangerousThing here. Welcome back to another episode of Clash Royale, and today I'm coming into you and sharing something that I found on YouTube while browsing through Clash Royale videos a few days ago, and I thought it was going to be really helpful, so I'm going to share it with you. I came across this guy's channel, and the channel's name is Orange Juice Clash, and I thought that after watching one of his videos, the tips that he gave were really helpful. So if you guys want to check him out, I'm going to drop a link to his channel in the comment section of this video. He's got over 140,000 subscribers, so he is doing something right, and his strategy actually made a lot of sense. So I watched one of his videos which tells you guys how to pull and lure aggro units, and basically explains the whole strategy of pulling the units away from your units or from your towers to be able to sustain the attack of your opponent. And what I did is I've used the strategy, and it actually kind of worked for me, guys. If you can see right now, I am at the highest trophy count that I have been in a very long time, also known as ever. In a few episodes, in the last couple of episodes, I've been telling you that I've been having really difficult times with Clash, and I've kind of went through a little Clash detox, but I feel like after watching this video, things really made sense, so I'm going to be using his strategies a lot more often. And if you guys are losing a lot, go ahead and check out his video. It is really super helpful, but I'm going to show you basically some of the few things that I've learned and that I've tried to employ in my attacks after watching Orange Juice's video. So the strategy that I am the biggest fan of right now, of course, is the pull strategy, and that is basically helping you to pull away the troop when it's going for your tower or for your other troops, so that your tower can actually take the troop down. So I'm going to go ahead and go 2 times the speed and then tell you exactly what I mean. So when you drop your troops when you get, for instance, attacked by a hog rider, right before you drop your skeletons, you will see little exclamation points above their heads. What that means, and if there is an exclamation point above the hog rider head, what that means is that the troop is going to go for a hog rider. Now, why is that important? It is important because when the troop is coming at you, you can just make sure that when you drop your card to counter your opponent, you need to see that little exclamation point to know that this is what you're going to go for, because otherwise you can waste your elixir very easily. So this was actually a super easy attack, you guys. So I don't really know what the heck happened, but my opponent basically just kept doing the exact same thing and kept using his zap and his hog rider, hoping that that was going to bring him the victory. But with just a few seconds left, I just kept remembering that I need to make sure that I constantly have more elixir than not. And if you guys just saw what happened right there, after the hog rider went for my tower, the goblins and archers actually turned around and went for him. So if that was the opposite, you basically could use that to pull them away from going to the tower. But in just a few words, you guys, watch his video. It is really super helpful. And whenever you are battling someone with really advanced cards, just remember that you can actually pull them away from your tower really easily. I've been using that when I battle against someone with a Pecker, not a mini Pecker, but a giant Pecker, because giant Pecker can be easily distracted, and you can actually just drop a few skeletons, towards the middle of your field. And when you drop that, make sure there's that exclamation point so that you know that Pecker is actually going to turn around and go for them. Same happens with, of course, with the knight, with the prince, and with the Pecker card as well, mini Pecker card. So let me go ahead and show you a few more things really quickly. Let me show you this one over here, because this is actually going to be a really good one. My opponent here used a prince, a giant skeleton, and a witch, which the giant skeleton has to be lured away from your tower, otherwise you stand absolutely no chance. Well, you may, but he definitely causes a ton of damage. So I started off, of course, by dropping my giant behind my crown tower and just slowly building up from behind of the giant, and he is doing... My opponent here is going to be kind of using a little bit of a spawning strategy and just spawning his goblins behind one of his towers. So what I'm doing here is making sure that my giant is backed up by a good number of troops, so that when the witch comes down at him, I'm able to actually counter her. And in the meantime, he drops his baby dragon and his prince. So when I dropped my goblins, I made sure that there was that little exclamation point above the goblins and the baby dragon to know that those goblins were going for baby dragon, while the baby dragon was working on the musketeer. So I know that sounds a lot more confusing than it really is, and perhaps I should record a live video for you so it makes sense. But for now, I just want to mention it, give you a link to Orange Juice's video so you can watch it for yourself, and I promise you it is going to be so hugely helpful that you're going to love that guy after you watch his tutorial. So let me go ahead and finish it off, and I believe he's about to drop his giant skeleton, or maybe he actually never got into it. Let's just go ahead and watch it and then see how this whole thing unveils. So there he is, he drops his giant skeleton, and this is where I know that I need to have a ton of the cards by the time he gets close to crossing the little bridge over to my side of the tower. In the meantime, I drop my giant because that is going to distract him, distract my opponent, and he's going to be like, okay, do I go for taking out the giant or do I go for the skeleton? And if you saw, you guys, I dropped that Valkyrie right in front of the skeleton or on the side of the skeleton as he was crossing, so that by the time he got to cross the bridge, he turned and made a right turn for the Valkyrie instead of going for the tower. So that basically is a way for you to pull them away from going straight for your tower. And with just 40 seconds left of the game, I am dominating the other side of the arena, and I'm definitely going to be able to hold my ground, whether it's a 1 or 2 crown victory. You guys, at this point I just have to hold my ground and hope that I can push for more. So with just 26 seconds left, I am going to hold on to my 1 crown victory and try to counter that prince on the right as soon as he drops. And when he did, I had enough elixir to counter him with both my skeleton army, my archers, and my minions. So super easy, you guys, and just it's sometimes really super amazing how one tiny little change in your technique can turn things around so fast. So cannot tell you enough. Watch this guy's video. Here's a link in the description, and just make sure that you really pay attention, because in just 3 minutes he's going to give you some amazing tips that I'm here to relay on to you, because I thought they were just really fantastic. So I hope those tips were helpful, and I hope you're going to enjoy both my video and the video of Orange Juice, and I hope that it's going to help you with your gameplay in Clash, you guys. I'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully I will be able to cross over the 1900 threshold in trophies. See you then!